asking is, can we use grid method or enlargement method for classwork or for exam? What are you asking for?
Exam la கேக்குறேன் sir. Exam la கேக்குறேன் sir.
Examல வந்து you will have to do freehand.
இது சார்கோல் நம்ம சார்கோல் கிராஃபைட் வரையும் போது சார் நான் போர்ட்ரைட்டுக்கு கேக்குறேன் சார். போர்ட்ரைட் நம்ம ஃப்ரீ ஹேண்ட்ல தான் டிரா பண்ணுமா இல்ல லூமிஸ் ஆர் கிரிட் ஏதாவது யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாமான்னு கேக்குறேன் சார்.
இல்ல லூமிஸ் மெத்தட் அப்படின்றது வந்து இட் வாஸ் ஜஸ்ட் அ பம்ப்ட் அப் மெத்தட். சாரி, லூமிஸை பத்தி ஐ ஹேவ் கிரேட் ரிகார்ட். ஐ ஹேவ் காப்பிட் லூமிஸ் when I was young. Loomis has been there for more than. ஆமா, ஆனா that is not Loomis method. They wanted to franchise that so that it can be registered and nobody can use that book in there. Okay, there's a big market politics behind that. So Loomis is wonderful, but people who are using Loomis drawings and Loomis name are misusing it. Yeah, actually, this belongs to artists much older than Loomis. Okay, and I have never taken from Loomis for my lessons because his lessons didn't work for Indian sensibility. So let's just when that name comes, I get a bit agitated, and that's because many of our guys who have no knowledge about history of teaching, there is a thing called history of teaching, pedagogy, we'll be talking about, oh, you are not following Loomis. Loomis is the best. Okay, fine, that's a different story. See, when you're using the term, can we use this method? We have a method, right? We also have a method. What is the method? We draw a line. We want the face to be that big. Okay? We want the face to be that big. Okay, we draw a line because the face is going to be symmetrical, full front view. And we divide that into 4 parts. Okay? We take 3 parts and draw a circle. So that is how wide the face is going to be. So that's the method. So divide that, the middle line, into 5 parts. So the middle is empty, 2 eyes and 2 near the ear. That's the method. That is a grid. You can use that grid. If you want to use any other systematic grid which makes sense. See, some people are okay, we'll start in 5 minutes. I'll just say why I am being very critical about this is today is 4th, right? Okay, some people talk about, okay, a center line, and you mark that, and you mark that, and they say draw an equilateral triangle, and that is where the draw the equilateral triangle where? What size triangle are we talking about? And then they will say, from here, take 5 parts like that. 3rd part. Is that a standard that we are talking about? Meaning, if you take, say, 1 kilo, if we divide that into equal halves, pakka, then it will be 500. Divide the 500 into 5 parts. Every part will be 100 grams. Is there a measurement like that for a face? All 1 kilo is going to be the same. But all faces are not going to be the same. All faces are going to be different. So we just set a standard. We set a standard. So what is the standard? Our standard is we draw a line. The face is going to be that big. It's going to be slightly more than that. The chin comes out, right? So half, quarter, huh? And this is the eye line. And okay, so that is 3. From the center, you draw a circle, and that is the standard that we have. This grid you can use because you're sure of this grid. Or if you are used to any other grid which works, வேலை பார்க்கணும் இல்லம்மா சார். இந்தாங்க இப்ப வந்து ஒரு ஒரு இருங்க ஒரு விஷயம் காட்டுறேன். அதாவது இது வந்து நம்ம புரிஞ்சிக்க வேண்டிய ஒரு விஷயம் தான். சரியா போச்சுடா, டான் ஆயிடுச்சு. நான் திரும்ப எல்லாத்தையும் செட் பண்ணணும். ஆஹா, எஸ் இட்ஸ் ஹியர். ஆல்மோஸ்ட் சரி. இப்படியே வச்சுக்கிறோம். சரியா? இப்ப வந்து I try to understand this. This is a scale. This is a scale. There are measurements. This is inches. This is centimeters. This is a scale. I take another scale wherever, some other scale I take. There is a measurement. Okay, fine. Now I have a stick. It's a straight line, right? It is a straight line. Okay, so this is a stick like that. Very well done. Okay, fine. I make a marking. I make a marking according to my need for certain drawing. I'm going to be drawing a room. Okay, we'll just say I'm marking like that. Will this scale be useful to anybody else? என்னம்மா
யூஸ் ஆகாது சார்.
யூஸ் ஆகும், எனக்கு மாத்திரம் தான் யூஸ் ஆகும். அப்படி teachers have different ways of handling things. Ross ன்னு சொல்லிட்டு there was a landscape art teacher. Now, he's no more. He was an American online. He was doing online and he published lots of books. Based on what he taught, his lessons, people wrote books, and that was called Ross books. He does landscape in a certain way. I do landscape in a certain way. Both of us are very, very different in our approach. I can't say my approach is right, his approach is wrong. He can't say his approach is right, my approach is wrong. But if you're following me and using Ross, his name is Ross, the system of Ross, definitely it is not going to work. Do you understand my point? When you are following me, you have to use my method. You can't travel on 2 boats. So if you want to use a grid, you don't want to use this grid, which is a Bridge Academy grid, which is my grid. You can't use this and another method, Loomis method or Michelangelo. This is Michelangelo's method. Okay, Leonardo da Vinci would go deeper into this, but his basic would be this. He will start with this and go deeper. Okay, so we will have to see. We will have to see what works and what doesn't work. So, Vamika, you wanted to know if you can use a grid.
சார் நான் கேட்கல சார்.
யாருமா கேட்டது? புவனாவா? யார் கேட்டது?
நான் புவனா தான் சார் கேட்டேன்.
அப்ப கிரிட் வந்து எப்படி இருந்தாலும் நம்ம வந்து ஒரு மெஷர்மெண்ட் வச்சுதானே போர்ட்ரேட் வரையணும்.
ஆமா சார்.
அப்ப எந்த மெஷர்மெண்ட் அப்படின்றது வந்து இஃப் வி நோ okay this measurement works, you can use it.
Okay.
But don't use two methods in the same drawing.
அதுதான் இல்ல சார், அப்படி கேட்க வரல சார். இப்போ நம்ம கிளாஸ்ல வந்து போர்ட்ரேட் நம்ம ஆயில் பெயிண்ட்ல பண்ணும்போதும் வாட்டர் கலர்ல பண்ணும்போதும் நம்ம ஃப்ரீ ஹேண்ட்லயே பண்ணிட்டோம்ல சார். வாட்டர் கலருக்கு மட்டும் நான் என்ன மெத்தட்ல டிரா பண்ணிக்கிறேன்?
இல்லம்மா, ஃப்ரீ ஹேண்ட்ல பண்ணலாமா நம்ம? ஆயில் பெயிண்டிங் உடைய பிகினிங்ல இருந்து இருந்தீங்கன்னா நடுவுல ஒரு கோடு ஒண்ணு போட்டு, அதுதான் கிரிட். அதுதான் கிரிட்.
நான் கேட்டது வந்து ஃபுல் பேஜும் கிரிட் போட்டு, ஏன்னா வந்து
என்லார்ஜ்மென்ட்காக ஒன்னு செய்வோமே, அதான்
நம்ம கிளாஸ்ல டிரா பண்ணும்போது ரெஃபரன்ஸ் இமேஜ் வந்து நேர்ல வச்சுக்கிட்டோம் சார். நம்ம நிறைய கரெக்ஷன்ஸ் வந்து பண்ண முடியும். நம்ம பார்க்காம டிரா பண்ணும்போது ஏதாவது ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் மெத்தட வந்து நல்லா பிராக்டிஸ் பண்ணிட்டு வரலாம் அப்படிங்கறதுனால கேட்டேன் சார்.
என்னன்னா நல்லா பிராக்டிஸ் பண்ணிட்டு வந்துட்டீங்கன்னா அப்ப உங்களுக்கு வந்து கிரிட் வந்து தேவைப்படாது. எப்படின்னா இப்ப கிரிட் வந்து எதுக்காக தேவைப்படுது, இன்னொன்னு நம்ம பக்கத்துல வச்சுக்கிட்டு அந்த இதுல இருந்து இங்க கிரிட் போட்டிருக்கு, இந்த கிரிட்ல இருந்து இந்த கிரிட்டுக்கு டிரான்ஸ்பர் பண்றோம், அப்பதானே யூஸ் ஆகும். மெமரியில எப்படி நீங்க கிரிட்டை வச்சுக்கிட்டு யூஸ் பண்ண முடியும்?
சார் ஆக்சுவலி சார் கிரிட்டுக்கு வந்து நான் இது வரைக்கும் பார்த்தது எனக்கு கரெக்டா தெரியல சார். கிரிட்டுக்கு வந்து நிறைய நமக்கு ஆப்லாம் இருக்கு சார், கிரிட் ஆப்ஸ் வந்து நிறைய இருக்குல்ல சார். சோ அது ஃபுல் பேஜுக்கும் கிரிட் போட்டுட்டு நமக்கு அந்த பாக்ஸஸ் வந்து நம்பர்ஸ் மார்க் பண்ணி போர்ட்ரேட் பண்ணும்போது கொஞ்சம் அந்த ஐஸ் மெயினா ஃபேஸ்
இல்லம்மா, அதாவது என்னன்னு சொல்லி சொல்றேன். இது வேற மாதிரி இல்ல, இது வந்து ஒரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங் கேள்வி. சரியா? இந்த கேள்வியை வந்து நமக்கு கிளாஸஸ் இருக்கு, இன்னும் ஒரு 20 கிளாஸ் இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். 20 கிட்டத்தட்ட 18 கிளாஸும் நம்ம சம்திங் இருக்கு.
இது இல்லாம 18 இருக்கு சார் நமக்கு.
இது இல்லாம 18 இருக்கு. இன்னைக்கு 34வது கிளாஸ்ன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஆமா,
டிஸ்டர்ப் ஆக்சுவலா இன்னும் 20 கிளாஸ் இருக்குன்னு சார். மொத்தம் 56 சார்.
52மா?
52. இந்த நடுவுல சாரி சார், நடுவுல டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ணதுக்கு. கிளாஸ் இப்போ எக்ஸாம் எப்பன்னு கேட்டா ஜனவரியில வரும்னு சொல்றாங்க சார். எப்படி இப்படி சொல்றாங்கன்னே எனக்கு ஒன்னும் புரியல சார்.
தெரியலையா யாரு சொல்றது? இது
ஸ்வேதா கிட்டதான் சார் வாட்ஸ்அப்ல மெசேஜ் பண்ணுங்க சார், ஃபீஸ் பே பண்ண சொல்லி. நான் வந்துட்டு நான் பாரதிதாசன்ங்கிறதுனால 30 பே பண்ணணும். நான் இப்ப வந்து நான் 2 டைம்ஸ் பே பண்ணிட்டேன் சார். இப்ப 11,800 நேத்து பே பண்ணேன். இது வரைக்கும் 2 டைம்ஸ் பே பண்ணிட்டேன், 20 கிட்ட பே பண்ணிட்டேன். நான் கேட்டதுக்கு ஜான்வரியில வரும், ஏன்னா இன்னும் 20 கிளாஸ் இருக்குன்னா 20+ கிளாஸ் இருக்குன்னா ஜான்வரியில தான் எக்ஸாம் வரும்னு ஒரு இப்படி எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணவே ரிப்ளைய.
இப்ப இல்ல எப்ப ஆரம்பிச்சோம்? நம்ம ஆரம்பிச்சது வந்து 30 கிளாஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி சொன்னா
ஜனவரி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வீக்கே நம்ம
ஜனவரி. ஆமா, அதாவது ஆக்சுவலா டிசம்பர் 26 என்னமோ வந்து ஒரு இன்ட்ரோ கிளாஸ் வச்சிருந்தோம். அப்புறம் ஜனவரி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வீக்ல ஆரம்பிச்சோம். ஜனவரி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வீக்ல ஆரம்பிச்சோம் அப்படின்னா லீவ் எல்லாம் போக, பொங்கல் ஹாலிடேஸ் வந்துச்சு, நிறைய ஹாலிடேஸ் வந்துச்சு, நிறைய பிரேக்ஸ் இருந்தது. அதெல்லாம் போக 52 கிளாஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு வர்றப்ப வந்து 7 monthsல முடியும். ஜூலைல தான் கிளாஸஸே முடியும்.
சார் எனக்கு இதெல்லாம் இப்ப புரியுது சார். இப்ப நீங்க இவ்வளவு கிளியரா சொல்றீங்க சார். இதெல்லாம் வந்துட்டு ஃபர்ஸ்டே ஒரு ஜாயின் பண்ணும் போதே எந்த டீடைல்ஸும் ஒண்ணுமே தெரியாது.
என்னன்னா ஒரு
நான் கம்ப்ளைண்ட் பண்ணல சார்.
இல்ல நானும் சப்பகட்டு கட்டல, நானும் வந்து சப்பகட்டு கட்டல. ஆனா என்னன்னா இப்படித்தான் இது சிஸ்டம் இருக்கு அப்படின்னா அவங்களும் ஒண்ணு செய்ய முடியாது, நம்மளும் ஒண்ணு செய்ய முடியாது.
அது இப்பதான் சொல்றாங்க, கடைசி நேரத்துல
இப்பதானே கேக்குறீங்க நீங்க
சார். நாங்க ஃபர்ஸ்டே கேக்குறோம் சார். இப்ப எக்ஸாம் எப்ப வரும்னா 6 monthsல வந்துரும், 6 monthsல வந்துரும். அடுத்த 6 months கழிச்சு ஒரு எக்ஸாம் வரும் மேம் அப்படின்னு தான் சார் சொல்றேன்.
6 months கழிச்சு எக்ஸாம் வரும். 6 months 52 classes கழிச்சு வரும்ன்றது நமக்கு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங் இருக்காது. இல்ல என்ன சொல்ல வர்றேன்னா, தயவு செய்து கொஞ்சம் நம்மளும் கொஞ்சம் கேர்ஃபுல்லா இருக்க தான் வேண்டியிருக்கு.
சார் அவங்க
எல்லா
மந்த்தும் சொல்லுங்க சார், ஜூன்
மந்த்
ஜூலைல வந்து அப்படின்னா
ஜூன்
ஸ்டார்டிங்
ஜூன் ஜூன் ஜூலை
சொன்னாங்க.
ஜூன் ஜூலைல தான் எக்ஸாம் நடந்துகிட்டு இருந்துச்சு. ஜூன் ஜூலைல தான் எக்ஸாம் நடந்துகிட்டு இருந்துச்சு.
புரியுது
இல்ல
சார்.
இருங்க ஜூன் ஜூலைல தான் எக்ஸாம் நடந்துகிட்டு இருந்துச்சு. இந்த வருஷம் ஜூன் ஜூலைல எக்ஸாம் நடத்த முடியாது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நமக்கு கிளாஸஸ் நடந்த மெத்தடை எடுத்து வச்சு பார்த்தோன்னா ஜூலைல தான் எக்ஸாமே நமக்கு இதே கிளாஸஸே முடியுது. அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் யூனிவர்சிட்டிக்கு போகும். யூனிவர்சிட்டிக்கு போனதுக்கு அப்புறம் எக்ஸாம் வந்து ஜூன் ஜூலைல வைக்கிறாங்க, நவம்பர் டிசம்பர்ல வைக்கிறாங்க. அப்படிதான் வைக்கிறாங்க யூனிவர்சிட்டி எக்ஸாம்ஸ். அப்ப இந்த எக்ஸாம் வந்து அந்த பூல்ல கொண்டு போறதா வந்து யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் சொல்லிக்கலாம். சரியா? இப்ப இத என்ன ஆர்கியூமெண்ட் பண்ணியும் ஒண்ணும் செய்ய முடியாது. இப்ப என்ன செய்யலாம், ஒரே ஒரு இது சொல்லலாம், நம்ம குரூப்ஸ்லயோ இல்லாட்டி பிரிட்ஜ் அகாடமியோட காமன் குரூப்லயோ இந்த மாதிரி இப்படி டேட்டு கொடுக்குறாங்க, அதுக்கப்புறம் டேட்டை தள்ளி போடுறாங்க, இது கொஞ்சம் கேர்ஃபுல்லா இருந்துக்குங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டு சொல்லலாமே தவிர இதை தவிர வேற எதுவும் நான் செய்ய முடியாதுன்ற. நானும் செய்ய முடியாது, ஸ்வேதாவும் செய்ய முடியாது, ஸ்வேதாவும் செய்ய முடியாது, ரகுராமும் செய்ய முடியாது.
சார் இது எல்லாமே அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டபிள் சார். இப்போ நம்ம தமிழ்நாட்டுனா எப்ப வேணா வந்து எக்ஸாம் எழுதலாம் சார். இப்போ ஃபாரின்ல இருக்கவங்களுக்கும் நீங்க வந்து அட்மிஷன் போடும் போது அப்ப கொஞ்சம் இதா சொன்னா தானே சார் நம்ம வர. இப்ப நான் ஜூன்ல டிக்கெட் புக் பண்ணிட்டேன் சார். இப்ப ஜூலைல எக்ஸாம் வரும்ட்டு. இப்ப திரும்ப ஜான்வரி வரும்னு சொன்னா ஜான்வரியில நான் எப்படி சார் திரும்ப வர முடியும்? அதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருக்கு சார். அது
இருக்கு.
சாரி சார், சாரி.
இல்ல என்ன, அதாவது இல்ல என்ன சொல்றேன்னா, அத கன்சியூமர் பிவேர்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒரு வார்த்தை நான் அன்னைக்கு சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தேன். அது கன்சியூமர் பிவேர்னு சொல்லிட்டு there is something called, see the thing is, there is a no, if you are going to be depositing money in a bank, they say 7 for senior citizens 7.5% interest is what they say. Okay, suddenly the RBI changes the interest rate to 6.5. For that period, till RBI changes it, it is 7.5. After that, it becomes 6.5. So if I go and ask the bank people, why have you changed? You said it's going to be 7.5. It's not the bank's problem. Meaning, bank cannot solve the problem. If it is bank's problem, the bank can solve it. அந்த மாதிரி நான் இது நடந்திருக்கு. இப்ப இல்லம்மா, ரைட், நான் எல்லாம் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்றேன், இப்படி நடக்க கூடாது. என்னுடைய டாட்டர் இன் லா, she is from Bahrain. Her brother also has come from Bahrain. He came for some work for 20 days. So both of them were supposed to leave on the 9th to Bahrain. Suddenly, America started the war and Iran started the war, whoever started the war. They started the war and bombed Kuwait, so all the flights to that area have been closed. Preparing for going to her mother's place, she has bought so many things which are going to be spoiled very soon. இல்லை, அதாவது அதையும் இதையும் நான் கம்பேர் பண்றேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு கிடையாது. ஆனா such things happen. ஜான்வரியில வந்து நாங்க கிளாஸ் ஆரம்பிக்கிறதா பிளான் கிடையவே கிடையாது. எங்களுக்கு டிசம்பர்ல கிளாஸ் ஆரம்பிக்கிறதா தான் பிளான். ஆனால் யூனிவர்சிட்டி சாங்ஷன்ஸ்னு ஒண்ணு இருக்கு. அந்த சாங்ஷன்ஸ் வந்து they delayed till December end. We could not start because I had my Christmas holidays and things like that. So we said, okay, January we will start. Usually we start by November, December. If we start by November, December, classes will be over by May. June, July will be the examination. We started by January, so everything got delayed. These officials, when you ask a question, will open the book to the previous occurrence. You know, whatever happened last time, they will open that. and see, okay, examination in June, July. Done. They say that. That's it's a mistake, yes. But who is to be blamed? Nobody can answer that. Who is suffering? Us. People, எனக்கும் வந்து, I mean, I'm not comparing your problem with my problem. But if I'm going to be talking about my problem, I can't. We are recording, but maybe it'll go to the officials. I can't stop this and say. Because my classes are going to be over by July. I think it'll be over by July, right? I can't start a class in July. At least this time they won't let me start a class in July. So 6 months of my earning is gone. I won't have a class till next semester. November varing I won't have classes. இதே தான் problem. Class வந்து we had to start because we had taken permission from university to start classes for this semester. They delayed by 1 month. University delayed by 1 month. We had to delay for another 15 days. So it was almost almost more than 1.5 months delay. So examinations are being delayed. They can't have an examination now. Only next semester exam can happen. So setting is like that. Becomes very, very difficult. Sari Amma, shall we come to this? I'm sorry about this. I'm not able to give a solution.
சார் இல்ல சார் ஓகே சார் பாத்துக்கலாம் சார் என்னால அப்ப வர முடியலன்னா அப்புறம் அடுத்த 6 months கழிச்சு வேற எப்ப எக்ஸாம் வைக்கிறாங்களோ அப்பதான் சார் ட்ரை பண்ணணும் பாக்குறேன் சார்
ஆமா அது that has been happening almost all. Some of my students due to personal reasons were not able to write the examinations. Some of my students did not want to write the examination because they said we are going to practice more and come for the exam. I told them you can write the exam and practice. So writing the examination 6 months later is an inconvenience, no doubt, very big inconvenience.
இப்பயே படிக்கணும் சார் நிறைய அப்புறம் இந்த இப்ப நீங்க சொல்லி கொடுத்ததே ஸ்டார்டிங்ல சொல்லி கொடுத்து மறந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு
வாமிகா படிக்க வேண்டியது ஒண்ணுமே இல்ல. This is all common sense. நம்ம after this is over, after logo is over, we will go into theory, question and answer. We will meaning 5-6 question papers we'll take and we'll read from that and we'll be discussing that. We'll be giving answers. And Ramachandran sir has actually written down answers to many questions. Almost all possible questions, I think. This time we can even do this because we are recording. I think we can write down and bring out a small booklet on questions and answers. Theory booklet we can bring. I think I should write a book, right? What do you say? I think I should write a book on art theory. Okay, let's see. I'll do that. Okay.
ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கும் சார்.
ஆமாமா, இது என்னுடைய மெத்தட் வந்து நான் பெரிய புத்திசாலின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நான் சொல்ல வரல. ஒருவேளை நான் புத்திசாலியா இருந்தாலும் இருக்கலாம், யாருக்கு தெரியும். என்னுடைய மெத்தட் என்னன்னா, I have worked with so many groups of students. MOP alone, I have worked with 40 sets there. Nearly, in MOP alone, I have worked with 50 sets of students. Every class was 50 students. So, can you imagine 2,500, it comes 2,500, right? Yeah, 2,500 students. Inapla Prema? Oh. Maratla yaradingama? Sir, எங்க வீட்டுல நவமரம், the jamun tree has fruited. So not just birds, lots of people also come. A few Few days back, one hefty woman climbed the tree. Neither of us, I was out in a meeting and my wife was resting. They went up without taking permission, went to our terrace, climbed the tree and jumped on the tree to shake the fruits. The branch broke and she fell on the ground and she's in the hospital. She's going to be there for 6 months. Her heel, both the heels are broken. Can you imagine? You're like, what to do? Okay. Okay. Now we are going to go into graphics. What is graphics? Huh? Okay, our reproduction of artworks, copying, mechanically copying or technically copying, machine copying, has changed a lot. Okay. The very beginning was drawing it out on wood and carving and printing, right? That's how graphics started. Graphics is the ability to do something and print it several times. So only when it follows a certain system, it can be printed. I'm not talking now. I'm not talking digital world, before digital world. So if you want to print, say this, if you want to print this, first you have to write it reverse, and then carve it out, ink it and press it onto that, and this comes, right? That is what printing is all about. Okay. So this is graphic because we can put ink and print it. Okay. Now I'll show you something else. Okay. I'll just show you something here, which we have done. I told you can we print this? We can't, because everything will become black. You won't get gray. Isn't it? Do you understand what I mean? Huh? Is there any question? Why I am saying this cannot be printed? Now we can print it because we have digital printing. I'll come to digital printing also. See, when you print, the color will be even throughout, right? If you take, say, this circle, if you take this circle and you want to print it, if you put ink, it will be flat, same color everywhere. And you print, you get a circle which is same color everywhere, right? But if you want different colors, you'll have to put different colors on the block. Can you get the same print over and over again? No, you can't. Only when you can get the same print over and over again, we call it graphic art. It can be reproduced easily. Easily in the sense of using a certain method. So people, this is a, what do we call this? This is a gradual graying, right? Gradual grayscale, right? We call it gradual grayscale. So what did they do? They started using something called half tone. Let me go to a previous class. And I will show you. Half tone and to be studied, remember? We had a class on half tone. When I'm looking for it, it won't come. Okay. Okay. Huh? Now I'm going to show you something. You can see? You can see, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if you see, can this be printed? This area be printed? You can't print on a regular fast basis using this kind of a rolling. But you get the same effect if you are going to have dots at equal distance. When the dots are big and the background is less, it is dark. When the dots are small and the background is more, it becomes a gray. Okay, let me see if more such things are there. Okay, let me go to another example. The biggest problem is we segregate them in such a way that it's very difficult to get it in one go. Okay, but halftone you know, right? So now I'm going to show you something else. It's almost the same halftone. Okay, now I'm going to show you another picture where it is color. Okay, can you see this now? So if you close your eyes to a small slit and see, you can see the colors mixing. Can you see that? So this is also graphic. Okay, so we'll come back to this. So this is also graphic. Now, this is, what do we call it? Gradation, smooth grading, right? Gradation, smooth grading. Whereas there is this, right? There is this, where one grade jumps to the other. Flat colors. We call this cut color. We call this cut color, which is flat color. This is cut color. This is cut color. You see here, this is cut color. Whereas here it is not cut color. Color is gradually changing from one to the other. Huh? Okay. So when we do a logo, we try to do a cut color. Now we can do whatever we want and we can reproduce it. But still economy is there, elegance is there. Okay. Screen printing always has a better look because there is a small dimension. Screen printing will be slightly thick. Right? Halftone. It can be produced in a large scale. Okay. Digital printing, the quality will change from one machine to the other. So there are limitations to everything. Okay. So now graphics is, where is graphics used? We use it for publicity basically. Book printing is graphic work. Pamphlets that we see, graphics work. Poster that we see, small posters, big posters. Hoarder is graphic work. The bags that we make, we print on that. Boxes that we make, we print on that. And say commodities like this. So this all graphic work. This is halftone. This is halftone. Huh? These are all special halftones to be printed on plastic. Okay. So to do this, we do a certain kind of design and we follow a certain system. What is the most basic graphic design that we use? Can anybody think of that? All of us, if we are in business or if we are in a position where we meet people, we have to sort of interact with people. People have to remember us. We have to remember people. What are the printed matter that we have in common? Can anybody try that? Visiting card. Visiting card is one. Huh? Definitely visiting card is one. Connected to that, we are given a visiting card. We want to go and meet somebody. We send a visiting card, or you say, okay, hello, how are you? You know, like we meet in a airport, or we meet in a railway station, or on a train, or someplace, a restaurant we meet. And oh, well, you are doing this. Okay, I'm also doing this. So I can help you. You can help me. This is my card. Okay. Now we want to contact that person. Prema, 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 phone. We can make a phone call, right? When we want to contact that person, we can make a phone call. Okay. But we want to, a phone call is not a sure, authoritative information sharing, right? So what do? Now we can send an email, right? We can send an email. What else can we do? Before email came, we used to have something called letters. Does anybody write a letter now? I don't think so. Surely Muskan doesn't write. Muskan won't even send an email. Muskan will send what? X, tweet. Yeah, Muskan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, at least I send an email. WhatsApp is there. So things have changed, but officially, if you have to see this man, the wisest man on earth, second wisest man, or maybe both of them are the wisest men on earth, our prime minister and the president of US. That man, instead of giving interviews, instead of talking to people, instead of sending messages, official messages, this man is tweeting. So that when somebody asks, he can say, no, I didn't send it. So that's not official. The social media posting is not official. You can say, it's my handle, but somebody else is handling it. Huh? Do you get it? So the next is writing letters. So we do something called letterhead. You would have heard of that, right? You surely would have heard of letterhead. I'm looking for a letterhead. Okay, we know what a letterhead is. Huh? And to put the letter and post it, we want an envelope. On the envelope also we print something so that when the letter reaches, they know, okay, this letter has come from so-and-so. We don't have to write from address. From address is already printed. Okay. So these three, at least these three, there are other things also. Visiting card, business card, letterhead, and envelope as we say. These three and other one or two more items are called office stationery. Okay, graphics. Now we come to okay. What are the things? Visiting card will say. They find a fancy way in a place. Visiting card or business card, huh? Business card. See, generally, when we write like this, one big letter, others are small letters. Generally, when we do that, it has to be cursory. Huh? So, see, what we do is, here too, it won't be Here too it will be lowercase. Okay, generally. But we use this to emphasize that we are talking about the whole thing as important, not just the V. Okay, okay. That's a big argument behind that, why I said that. Okay. Envelope. I think the spelling is right. Is there an E to envelope? Or just is the spelling right? So, what are the other graphics that we do? Okay, digital world. For, say, a web page, we need a banner. Isn't it? We need a banner. Huh? Digital. We'll office stationery, I stop there. Other things,
சார் ஈ வரும் சார்
envelope E வருது இல்ல banner. We need a banner. We need links. So links also will be, the link button can be created. That's all. Like we create and we assign it as a link. Okay, we won't go into that. We don't have digital. In all these things, we have something in common. We have a symbol that can very easily be remembered and recognized. Recognized is the important word. I'm going to show you something. Tell me what it is. What is this? What is this?
Symbol.
Yeah, what is this? What symbol?
SBI.
Yeah, State Bank. Meaning no doubt, no doubt at all. One look we know.
HDFC.
HDFC. Let's see how good you guys are. I'm going to show you something. And if you can't recognize this, I'm going to bring a gun and shoot you. Okay. 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 So there is a symbol which immediately says, oh, it is that. Okay. It can be a symbol which is a diagram, or it can be a symbol which is an alphabet. Typography, as we say. Typography, typo is letter. Letter, not a word, letter. Okay. Styles of letter, how it is used, big, small, all those things are called typography. So I'm going to be writing some names randomly. I'm going to be writing, but if you listen to this video, you will understand why I have written this. Type is, of course, we know the literal meaning of type. Oh, that girl is one type. Certain kind is what we mean by type. So sometimes we say, I want sandals, that type, Bata type sandals. I want a sandals which is Liberty type sandals. I want a sandals which is Gucci type sandals. Okay, so type is one kind of a look. So we have so many kinds of letters. Okay, typography is one, type is another word. Okay, letters. letters. Typography is learning about kinds of letters, how they are used. Okay, all of us use a computer, right? All of us use a computer, all of us do typing on computer, isn't it? All of us use a computer and we do typing on computer. So we would have seen on the left top of Word the name of the kind of letter that you're using, right? Isn't it? Times New Roman, Arial, Garamond, script, so on. No, thousands and thousands. Is there anybody here who hasn't seen this at all? இருக்கீங்களா யாராவது இருக்கீங்களா? Is there anybody here? இன்னைக்கும் 6 people, only 6 people have come. This is terrible, yeah, honestly. Okay, fine. That's a different story, huh? எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும் இல்லையா? Everybody knows what is on the left side top. There is a name given to the kind of letter that you're using, right? Times. Times is one, Times New Roman. Okay, you have heard of that, right? Times New Roman will look like this, right? Right? Times New Roman will look like this, isn't it? Whereas Arial will look like this. Approximately. I'm not doing it exact, but I'm doing it approximate. Right? Am I right or wrong? I'm right. Okay. So what is the difference between this and this? As an artist, you look at this and you look at this. There is a decoration in this and the decoration is not in that. Right? Meaning, if you have a line like this, okay, I'll draw an S. Huh? I'll draw a C. Or maybe it will be like this. And I draw another C. I'm not going to fill it up. Huh? I'm just going to leave it like that. There is another C like that. There is one more C like that. There is a decoration like that, right? Which is like that. And there is mathematics to this. Very good geometrical system to get this circle, the angle, every. So we call this a serif. Serif, huh? So this is one kind of lettering. This is another kind of lettering. This is a third kind of lettering. And there are so many other kinds of letterings too. Isn't it? We know. You would have tried. Is there anybody who has not at all tried these different fonts? I can quickly show you some. Or I can post some if you want. But all of us have seen it, right? Is there anybody here who has not seen it? No, all of us, at least the 6 of us who are here. Is Ramachandran here? No, Ramachandran sir is in his brother's daughter's, meaning his wedding. He is in a wedding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So 6 people, just the 6 people are there. So all 6 have seen. Okay. So the different style is known as font. Font is the name given to a style of lettering. All the characters, capital letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and punctuation marks. The other punctuation marks and other characters, all of them will follow a single kind of style. Okay, so that is called a font. Okay, so we understand that clearly, right? There is no confusion there. Is there any confusion there? No. So in the fonts, every font has a font is a style. Okay, what font are you going to use? So every style has been given a name, so that it's easy to even talk and say. Not sometimes we can show, sometimes we don't. Some fonts are so close. See, Adobe, certain fonts, Times New Roman, Times, Garamond, all these are sort of similar. If you are used to it, you can easily find out. But if you are not used to it, they look very similar. But distinctively, we have a difference. This serif. So we call this a serif font. And this doesn't have a serif, isn't it? This doesn't have a serif. So we call this sans serif. Okay, so these two names you will have to remember very clearly. Okay, I'm going to use a blue color pencil because I don't have a red. I would like to have used a red, but okay. So typography, you go into typography, you can do graduation just on typography. You can do post-graduation just on typography. Master of Fine Arts typography or Master of Design typography. Graduation in design typography. There are people who got a PhD doing some research on typography. There are some people who have been given Nobel Prize for innovation in typography. You know, so typography is such a vast subject. But we will talk about just the basics that we need to know. So now we know the font. So the size of the letter changes. So we measure the size in points. Height is the height which is measured. Height of font measured in height of font is measured in points. Is measured in points. Now somebody can quickly go and check in centimeters how much is a point. Okay, so okay. Now you can do it later. Now the distance between letters, the distance between one sentence and the other sentence, yeah, the space between sentences is measured in picas. How many picas is 1 point, or how many points is 1 pica, so on and so forth. So these are some of the terms that you will have to remember. Okay? You will remember them provided you go and make a small study. Okay? So sometimes the letters are brought together. That's called kerning. We won't go into that, that's too much. Okay? So now I wish I had written it here so that I could have come this way. There are a few more things that I have to talk about when we come to typography. In Word, when all of us would have used Word, right? The software Word, Microsoft Word. Is there anybody here who has not done typing on computer at all? Anybody here who has not done typing on computer at all? Okay, all of us have done, right? If you have not done, then I will go deeper into it, a basic little few more things and show a few more things. But since all of you have gone there, I don't have to do it. Okay? Okay, now, when I take a photograph and send it, you can very easily read this. Okay? So don't worry about this. Now I'm going to be writing about under typography. I'm going to be writing about some things. I think I'll erase this. I will mark it like that, or else it will be very confusing. This is sans serif. This is serif. Okay, that is understood. Not this. I'm going to erase that. Now, when we are going into words, from letters to words. Now, these are letters. Letters to words. There are thin letters. There are thick letters, right? There are thin letters. There are thick letters. There are very thick letters. Yeah? We call this regular. We call this regular. We call this bold. We call this extra bold. Okay. What are the kind have we seen? All these are same kind of font, right? Isn't it? All these are same kind of fonts. Okay. What are the kind of, what are the changes have we seen in a font? Same font. There is piping. There is drop shadow. Those are all art oriented. Those are all not simple typography oriented. Those are art oriented. Simple typography oriented, there is one extra, one special thing. What is it? Have you seen something like this? No, nobody has seen something like this.
Yes, so
Yeah, what is it called?
Font style.
Pardon?
Font style.
italic.
Italics, yeah.
Italic.
Italics or italics? No, like it depends upon. Like it's like photography. Photography is the right word, but now if you say photography, you're from Guduvanjeri. No, you're like you're sort of villager. You have to say photography. How did photography come? Some idiot from Europe, Czechoslovakia or Slav guy who was not able to say photography, said photography. So everybody started saying photography. It's very stylish. Okay. So this is known as italics. This is known as italics. Bold, extra bold, italics. Okay. Some letters are close. We some letters are like this. Okay. Like this. Okay, we call that normal. Okay. And we call this same kind, but this is called expanded. Okay, we understand, right? And some are called condensed, squashed. Okay? So that is one set. This is another set. Now we come to full sentences on a page. Yeah? We come to full sentences on a page. Shall I go here or should I come here? I think I'll come here. Let typography be within this space. So when we come to that, alignment is something that somebody please check the spelling. ALIGNMENT, right? Alignment. I think that my spelling is right. Please check. So Correct? Huh? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So when we come to alignment, there is something called left alignment. Huh? That's left alignment. Okay. I think the spelling is right. This is right alignment. Right?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, ma.
Sir, what did you write after left alignment?
This is right alignment. Pack my box with 5 dozen liquor jugs, I think, not jars, liquor jugs. Okay, GS. No, the alignment went wrong. I thought 3 letters. Let me just cut it off and then write. So this is left alignment, right? This is right alignment, right? Okay. This is
Center.
center alignment, of course, yes. ER, we'll say, center alignment. Did you read this? Pack my box with 5 dozen liquor jugs. You know the importance of this sentence? Anybody knows the importance of this sentence? All the alphabets are here. All 26 are here. Yeah, we'll just take it out. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. It's there. N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. Where is U? U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Isn't it funny? Like all the things are there. So left alignment, right alignment, center alignment. There is something called justified. Justified would be the next is going to come only up to that. But what they will do is they will expand it and bring it like that. Meaning if it is written like that, instead of doing this, that will be left alignment, right? Instead of doing that, what they will do is it's only this. They will expand it like that. So it is aligned on both the sides. Justified, it is called. Okay, so these are some of the alignment systems. So basically, to understand what typography is. Did anybody find out what the point size is? No.
0.035.
1 point is 0.035 is centimeters, inches.
Centimeters.
cm is points. Pica you measured, got it? This is cm you said. So 0.35 millimeters. 0.35 millimeters is 1 point. 4.233 mm. Yes, mm. Mm is 1 pica. Okay, so we'll just keep it at that. Just for our understanding, pica and point we'll say, and points. Generally, like when you gave me the number, I was slightly shocked because generally we measure this in. No, it is not. Okay, it is, yeah, centimeters. 12. There are 12 points in 1 pica. 12 points per pica. So we'll these names, if you can write down and go over it again, check out, and somehow get it into yourself. Okay, now quickly I'm going to go to the next topic. Is there anything that you want to ask about this? Uh-oh, you know what happened? Instead of keeping my notebook like this, I kept my notebook the other way around. I kept my notebook the other way around. Okay, anyway, I'll take a photograph and send it to you. The only problem would be if I want to sort of bind it. I think I should write a book on all the theory possible, right? Maybe I can make it into a painting book also, but I have to start with writing the theory. Okay. Today is the 4th. Today's class is the 34th class, is it?
33, sir.
33-யா? இல்லம்மா 34 நினைக்கிறேம்மா. போன கிளாஸ் வந்து
போன கிளாஸ் தான் 32 ன்னு சொன்னீங்களே சார். இப்ப கிளாஸ் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணும்போது பேசுனீங்களே சார் 33. இன்னும் பேலன்ஸ் வந்து 18.
நேத்து போன தடவை வந்து when she told me we have completed 32 classes. Last class was 33rd, I think, and this is 34. We will call this as 34, but we'll call this 33 then, and we'll check, right? If somebody can please check. In the classroom, you can check. Okay.
இன்னும் 18 classes பேலன்ஸ் இருக்குன்னு சொன்னீங்க சார். இது இல்லாம இன்னும் 18 classes இருக்கு.
ஆமா, அப்படின்னா இப்ப 34th கிளாஸ் இது. 52 வந்துருது இல்லையா 18 classes இருந்தா இல்லையா? சரியா? இப்ப கிராபிக்ஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நான் எழுதிக்கிறேன் இத. கிராபிக்ஸ் எழுதிக்கிறேன். இப்ப என்ன செய்ய போறேன்னா லோகோ அப்படின்னு ஒண்ணு இருக்கு, மோனோகிராம் அப்படின்னு ஒண்ணு இருக்கு. Any symbolic representation of any activity as a drawing. If there is a symbolic representation of any activity as a drawing, which is not elaborate, a painting is elaborate, but a logo, we call that a logo. A logo is very simplified. Okay? See, people use Montmartre. What is happening? Why am I having this here? Okay. See, Montmartre. Montmartre, as it's written. Montmartre, it is the French word. So the Montmartre is a logo. It's become a single unit of symbol. So we can also call it a monogram. Generally, monogram will be single word, double word, 3 words. This is the Apsara. This one is a monogram. Wherever you see the Apsara brand, they will have this. Odomos is a logo. Now, a logo is a symbol representing an activity, is a publicity graphic. Logo is a publicity graphic. Graphic represents an activity. It can be anything. It can be a football club. It can be an art school. It can be a masala manufacturing company, or it can be a temple. Yeah, represents an activity. In a very condensed manner. It has to be condensed. You can't write one full sentence and say this is a logo. Even Montmartre, now like this cello is a monogram, it's a logo. Color is a monogram, it's a logo. Color pencils is not a monogram. Represents an activity in a condensed symbol. Okay. Do we understand that? Logo is a publicity graphic, represents an activity, it. Okay, I'll just write it. Represents an activity in a condensed symbol. Okay. Can somebody tell me 1 or 2 famous logos? Yes, please. Come on.
Sir, Google, sir.
Google. Okay. Google. What is the Google thing?
Unilever.
It is just a G with all the colors, right?
ஆமா sir.
Now, black and white na monochrome, single color na.
Nike.
Huh?
Nike, sir. The shoe
Like?
brand. Nike.
Huh?
Nike.
Nike. Okay. Let me. Where are you, Nike? I get Adidas. It is just okay. Just do it, na? Right? Isn't it? Am I right or wrong? Hello?
Yes, sir. It's correct.
Okay. And we know this, right? We know this, don't we? Benz.
Yes, sir. Mercedes Benz.
Mercedes Benz. Okay. And okay. So these don't have fonts. These don't have fonts. These are symbols without fonts. Okay. These are also logos, and I'll go into something else. How does that come? It comes like this, right? Right? It comes like this. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? No? Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton is uh, luggage. I think the most expensive luggage company in the world. Okay?
Sir, I think in that logo, V comes first and then L comes below.
Is that so? Louis Vuitton. Let me just see. Let me just see. Maybe. I haven't seen it in a long time. We know this, right? We know this, right? But we have to have an outline. Without the outline, it doesn't look right. LG. Yeah, V comes on top. Yes. Okay. And uh, We know this, don't we? Of course. The person who created this, one Uday Kumar, who is a professor in IIT Assam, what is that place? He's a friend of mine. Of course, this symbol. So this, and this can be called monograms. Yeah, they are monograms. All of them are logos. A logo can have, a logo is a symbol which can have, a logo is a symbol which can have letters and a representational element, or just a representational element without letters, or just letters. They are all called logos. When they are just letters, or they have letters and a representational element, they are called monograms. Monograms will have to have letters. Logos can have letters or not, or just symbols. So, logos are, monogram and logos are symbols. Okay, do we understand that? You have any questions out here? No. Okay. So now we want to understand. Now, like, we have seen a mango. We have seen a mango which is yellow and green. We have seen a mango which is yellow, green, and sort of red. But you wanted to see how it can be drawn, how it can be colored. There are other different methods of doing it. You do it one way, I do it one way. So logos can be created in many ways. What is the simplest way? What is the simplest approach to it? All goes like that because I have to sit and write like this. When I'm writing, you know what's happening? If you see, when I'm writing, the phone is here. My phone is this. Okay? So little bit is hidden. So I have to come here and write. And I have to write like this. Generally, we are used to writing like this, right? So it becomes annoying that way, but can't help. I have to teach. So we say logos and monograms are symbols, right? Symbols are shapes and forms, right? Symbols are shapes and forms. I'll draw one symbol. That is a symbol, right? That is a symbol. It immediately means something. Okay, it's a typical Indian symbol. That's typical Indian symbol, right? Trishul. That's a garden tool, right? So a symbol is created in many ways. But when we are asked to do a logo, we go mad, don't we? How to do a logo? Immediately, what is the first thing that comes to our mind? Old age home, which is very easy. What do we have to do? We have to draw one old woman like that. The old woman will always be leaning down. Okay? Old age home. Great. That's the first thing that comes to our mind, right? Okay? And save our earth, plant trees. Very, very, very simple drawings. So these are simple things that we draw, yes. But when somebody says, okay, I have say shoe and slipper making company. Huh? I want a logo. So we start thinking about, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? So there are simple ways. What are the basic shapes? We know that, right? What are the basic shapes? Can somebody please tell me? Come on.
Square, circle.
Okay. Yeah. Third, you said two, Vamika. But there is one more.
Rectangle, sir.
Triangle. Square is a rectangle.
Okay.
Square, circle, triangle. Okay. So a square is a rectangle. Okay. The four corners is called a rectangle. A square is also a rectangle. Okay, square. And I am not being perfect, but sort of. So that's an equilateral triangle. Okay. Okay. You can, Vamika, you can give me some name, something. Make a logo. We'll make a logo on all these three. You can see, right? I'll make it slightly dark. Vamika, give me
Sir, Shanmuga Priya, sir. Vamika and Punnu.
Vamika. Oh, Vamika பொண்ணு பேர். Okay. Okay. நேத்து நான் வந்து I was taking classes for 17th group. So all those people are very, very quiet. I was doing the portrait. I hope you saw that. I was doing the portrait. Neta, Munda Neta, I don't remember. Okay. Must be Saturday. And I was then suddenly I asked, like, why is the class so quiet? Shanmugapriya, even you didn't talk. So those people said there is no Shanmugapriya in this class. Whom are you talking about? So I said, no, there is one Shanmugapriya who keeps the whole class active. So that's why I asked. Okay, Shanmugapriya, like tell me something, give me an idea to do logos
Sir,
here.
நான் ஒரு மிஸ்ஸஸ் ஆர்ட் அண்ட் கிராஃப்ட்னு ஒரு இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் பேஜ் வச்சிருக்கேன் சார். அதுக்கு ஏதாவது லோகோ பண்ணி காட்டுங்க.
என்ன பேர் என்ன?
மிஸ்ஸஸ் ஆர்ட் அண்ட் கிராஃப்ட்.
அதா சரியா? அதா இல்ல மெஸ்ஸஸா?
மிஸ்ஸஸ் தான் சார். எம்ஆர்எஸ் தான். கரெக்ட் தான் சார்.
மிஸ்ஸஸ் ரைட் தான். ஓகே ஓகே. அது எப்படி
ஒரு டாட் சார். எம்ஆர்எஸ் டாட்.
டாட் போட்டிருக்கேன் இங்க.
ஓகே சார், அவ்வளவுதான் சார். அண்ட் வந்துட்டு ஏ அண்ட் இன்னு போட்டிருப்பேன் சார்.
ஓகே ஓகே. ரைட். ஓகே
ஓகே, எனிதிங் சார். கரெக்ட் தான் சார். இது என் பையன் சார். நான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பிரியா கணேஷன் வச்சிருந்தேன் சார். அது என் பையன் தான் மாத்தலாம்னு சொன்னோன்னா அவன் கொடுத்தான் சார்.
ஓகே, மிஸ்ஸஸ் ஆட்டன். நான் ஏன் மிஸ்ஸஸ் ஏன் அது பேர் வைக்க வேண்டி இருந்தது?
அவன் என்னமோ சொன்னான் சார். அது எப்படி அவன் சொன்னான்னு எனக்கே தெரியல.
தெரியல. ஓகே,
ஆனாதான் மிஸ்ஸஸ்ன்னு அவனுக்கு தெரியுமாங்கிறது கூட எனக்கு தெரியாது சார்.
தெரியல. ஓகே, என்ன வயசு என்ன?
அவன் 4th கிரேட் படிக்கிறான் சார். அது ஸ்டோரியில ஏதாவது படிச்சிருப்பான்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
இருக்கலாம், ஏதாவது இருக்கலாம். சரி, இப்ப நம்ம வந்து ஆர்ட் அண்ட் கிராஃப்ட் தான் நமக்கு வந்து மெயினா இருக்கு. சரியா? மிஸ்ஸஸ்ன்றது வேணும் அப்படின்னா நம்ம அதை பார்த்துக்கிறோம். முதல்ல வந்து ஆர்ட் அண்ட் கிராஃப்டை வந்து இதுக்குள்ள எப்படி செட் பண்றதுன்னு பார்ப்போம். ஏ அண்ட் சின்னு சொல்லிட்டு எடுத்துக்கிருவோமா? அதை நம்ம இப்ப டிசைட் பண்ணணும். இப்ப நம்ம என்ன செய்யலாம், இதை 3 பிரிச்சிடலாம். சரியா? இதை 3 பிரிச்சிடலாம். So we take a base form, base shape. The simpler the better. Simple things are very easy to remember. So if this is inside a square, it'll be nice. So we'll say, we'll make this part, there are 3 parts to it. This is a small part. So misses can come here if all are important. There can be an A here, there can be a C here, right? Isn't it? I'm dividing it to 3 parts. Because I have this square, I can very easily think of dividing. சரியா? இப்ப if the square, C போட்டிருக்க கூடாது, A போட்டிருக்கணும் முதல்ல நான். Anyway, if the square was not there, என்ன ஆயிருக்கும் எனக்கு? I'd be thinking out. M R S A, M R S A, M R S A, எப்படி போடுறது அது? இப்ப now I have 3 parts to it. என்ன செய்யலாம், இதை வந்து நான் வந்து ஒரு சின்ன டிவிஷன் ஆக்கிடலாம். ஏ வந்து இதோட நிறுத்திக்கிறேன். I'll stop the A there and I can get the C here. We can possibly write the A there, and this is how we work with ideas. இப்ப இங்க and எழுதுறதுனாலும் எழுதலாம், இல்லாட்டி எப்படி போடலாம்? இப்படியே போட்டுடலாம். We start like this. இப்ப instead of sitting and thinking, the moment we have a square, we can start working. We don't have to be thinking, இல்லையா? வேற என்ன நான் பிளைண்டா கொடுத்துக்கிட்டு இருக்கேன். ஐ எம் ஜஸ்ட் ட்ரைங் அவுட் த ஐடியா. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டிராஃப்ட்னு சொல்லுவோம் இதை. Maybe that can be in a black outline. Black outline maybe. This can be in black. இப்போ I can erase the square. ஆனாலும் the character of the square is there. இல்ல போகல இல்ல. என்னம்மா சரிதானே? Character of the square is not gone, but the square is not there now. இப்ப என்ன செய்யலாம் நம்ம? ஒரு லோகோ வச்சு அந்த இடம். Now based on this, we can, okay, so we can divide it like this. Maybe what we'll do is we'll divide it, we'll divide it like this. Mrs. can come here. Yes can come here. M can come here. R can come here. Yeah, so சும்மா ஒரு idea, when we start getting an idea, everything else falls into place. But if we are going to be, அதாவது முழிச்சிட்டு உட்கார்ந்துருக்கிறதுக்கு பதிலா என்ன செய்யறதுன்னு முழிச்சிட்டு உட்கார்ந்துருப்பான் இல்லையா, அதுக்கு பதிலா we start having something instead of a blank. இல்ல இப்ப we have some idea. இல்ல we can change this. Maybe we'll change the color. Mrs. வந்து we'll do it in a different way. Instead of sitting and dreaming what to do, we have something solid here. சரிதானா? Yeah, isn't it? சும்மா உட்கார்ந்துருக்கிறது இது பெட்டர் இல்லையா? கட்டாம முடிச்சுக்கிட்டு தான் உட்கார்ந்துருப்போம். சரி, இப்ப ட்ரையாங்கிள் நான் விட்டுற போறேன். யூ பீப்புள் ஆர் கோயிங் டு பி ஒர்க்கிங் ஆன் திஸ். சரியா? இப்ப நம்ம இப்ப ஏதாவது கேள்விகள் இருக்கா? இப்ப இதே இத கொஞ்சம் திக்கு பேனால எழுதணும்னா அதோட எஃபெக்ட் வந்து எவ்வளவு தூரத்துக்கு டிஃப்ரெண்டா இருக்குன்றத பாருங்கம்மா. ஒரு sophisticated logo feel வந்துருச்சு. From here we can develop. இல்லையா? So when we have to design a logo, we'll start with the basic shape. So now we have this basic shape. We can combine these two and have a basic shape. What will be the basic shape combined? Tilak. Can be a tilak. It can be a house. Isn't it? Or this can be extended like this, okay, and like that. So we start with that. If we add something more to this, it will be nice. So A and C, we know how to create a cube, right? We know how to create a cube. So we put this in a cube. See, inge vandu we put that in a cube. So this becomes and we make a box out here and probably give some symbol out here. So once you have a basic idea, you can develop from there. Having the basic idea should not be thought. It should be drawn. From the moment the idea comes, it should be on the paper. So I always say, think with your pencil on paper. Right? So, when is our next class? Today is the 4th, 9th is our next class, right? Right, 9th is our next class. So 9th, we will create 2 logos and 2 monograms and come to class? Can we all post 2 logos and 2 monograms? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anything else that you want to ask? Shall we close the class for today? Anything else? Yes.
Nothing, sir.
Nothing. Nobody has a doubt. That's a big thing, isn't it? Which means that all of you understood what happened, isn't it?
Yes, sir, I did.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. Okay. So 2 logos and 2 monograms on the 9th. We'll have it as 1 logo will be in black and white, 1 monogram will be in black and white. 1 logo will be in color, 1 monogram will be in color. Okay? Okay.
நான் வந்து கிராபிக்ஸ்னா ஏதோ நீங்க கம்ப்யூட்டர்ல ஏதோ சொல்லி தர போறீங்கன்னு நான் நினைச்சுக்கிட்டேன் சார்.
அது கம்ப்யூட்டர் கிராபிக்ஸ்மா, அது வேர்டே தனியா வச்சிருக்காங்க. கம்ப்யூட்டர் கிராபிக்ஸ், டிஜிட்டல் கிராபிக்ஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம்.
கிராபிக்ஸ் தானே சார்? எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச அது அனிமேஷன்ஸ் எல்லாம் கிராபிக்ஸ், அது மாதிரி ஏதோ அனிமல்ஸ் எல்லாம் வரைஞ்சு எப்படி கிராபிக்ஸ் பண்றதுன்னா சொல்லி தருவீங்க. நான் அப்படி ஏதோ நினைச்சேன்.
அனிமேஷன் வந்து ஏன் தெரியுமா கிராபிக்ஸ் சொல்றாங்க? As I was explaining, graphic is something that you can easily reproduce. சரியா? இப்ப animation is one frame is made and easily that is changed into many frames, and those many frames joined together for animation movement.
ஆமா சார், தெரியும் சார்.
இப்ப hand 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 அப்படி கை இப்படி போகுது. So that has to be easily reproducible. It is made very simple as possible.
சார் அது வந்து எல்லா டிராயிங்கும் வரைய மாட்டாங்களா சார்? ஒரு டிராயிங் மட்டும் வரைஞ்சி அது வந்து
இல்லம்மா அதாவது எப்படின்னா இப்ப அதாவது இப்ப இங்க இருந்து இது வந்து இந்த இது வந்து சப்போஸ் இங்க இருந்து இப்படி சாஞ்சி இங்க இருந்து இப்படி சாஞ்சி இப்படி விழ வேண்டி இருக்குன்னு வச்சுக்கிறோம். என்ன செய்வாங்கன்னா இங்க வரைஞ்சிருவாங்க, தேவை இருந்தால் இங்கே வரைவாங்க. ஒண்ணு இப்ப இவ்வளவும் வரைஞ்சுக்கிட்டு இருக்கிறது வந்து தேவையில்லை. 1 2 3 இங்க வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் 1 இங்க வந்துருச்சு, 1 வந்துருச்சு, 2 3. The eye will automatically capture that movement as continuous. If they will show 2 frames of that, 2 frames of this and 2 frames of that, it will jump like that. Shift, it will come. So it has to be very simplified and clearly drawn as picture. That's why they call it graphics. ஒன்னு நம்ம ஸ்கூல் டைம்ல செய்வோம், ஞாபகம் இருக்காமா? ஒரு பேப்பர் ஓரத்துல அப்படியே டிராயிங் போட்டுட்டு கிருன்னு அப்படி திருப்போம், அப்படியே டான்ஸ் ஆடும், தெரியுமா? அதுதான் அனிமேஷனுடைய பிகினிங் அதுதான். Okay then, so see you on 9th with good logos. Those who are not in class, if you are going to be looking at this video, if you are not going to be coming to class, you'll have to inform us that you are discontinuing. Because you can't just say, I won't come, but I will be in class. No, you can't say that. Okay, anyway, so Shweta will talk to you about that. Okay then, thank you. Close பண்ணிடுவோமா அப்ப?